with a round of applause.
Thanks. Hey, everybody. So what is Defang? Defang is a CLI and MCP to deploy any app to any cloud. So why would you want to do that? With agents, things are actually changing. Many customers want your fancy algorithm, your fancy agent to run in their cloud. And if you're lucky enough to have already scripted your whole infrastructure, then sure, you can do that. If they are in the same cloud as you, most startups don't bother having all the infrastructure coded in that way. So Defang helps you there. How does it work? Our input is actually Docker Compose. How many people already use Docker Compose? So the input to the tool is Docker Compose. So here you have, for example, a Docker Compose for a agentic app that has a Postgres database, actually a vector database, Redis. It has a backend that relies on the database and Redis, a few secrets that are not in the compose file, health checks, workers that are using autonomy, if somebody noticed there, workers that are listening on a queue. The queue is backed by Redis, so they're actually scaling depending on the requests that come in, and two language models also declared in the compose file. This is using the Docker model runner. We don't actually use Docker, but Defang converts this into infrastructure code for the platform that you want to go to. So earlier I asked our MCP to compare the deployment costs between GCP and AWS, and it actually compiles this compose file to infrastructure code for the different platforms. It actually compiled it 3 times because it said, let me try an affordable, a balanced, and a high availability version of this project, and then it compared the costs. And now I can also say deploy this, and it will actually deploy using the credentials that I gave to the MCP server. This goes from my CLI on my machine to your cloud account. There is no Defang server in between. It goes directly to your cloud. And so you can do it for your own project, obviously, but you can also do it for your customers. If they say, hey, I want a private deployment, you just point to their cloud, or you have them point to their cloud. And so that's, in a nutshell, what Defang does. So give it a try. There's a QR code there. If you want a trial, talk to me. I'll give you a code.
Excellent. Thank you, Leo.